fast and you doing what you want. At this time, doing what I want. Hope you doing what you want. What we want.
Did y'all notice that I have a new look? No makeup, but I did get new glasses. Trying to be more monotone in my fits. I'm so excited to be back here on YouTube. I really just wanted to come and tell you guys about where I've been the last 4 years, as well as tell you what my plan is, because I can't believe it's already almost 2025. I'm very excited for some of the plans that I have on 2025. I really want to document all the things that I'm hoping to transpire, if not for you guys, for me to come back and be able to look on. If this is your first time here, my name is Lance Nicole. My name is actually Lena. I'm here to talk to you guys about how I've been navigating my 20s. I'm now 25, which I was just 19, might I add. I was just 19 and now I'm 25. I don't know what happened. And honestly, last time you guys saw me, I was about 19. In the last 4 years, I graduated college with a degree in communication. Started working in the marketing field. I worked with a small but high-end marketing company, and it was amazing. It was so good. It was my first corporate job. It was everything I wanted. I was in Dallas, high floor, pretty view. Everything was amazing, except it wasn't. I thought that that's everything that I wanted, but realized that it wasn't everything that I expected it to be. It was honestly such a God moment. I was able to move on from that position. I started pursuing photography full time. So I took the next 6 months after, basically half a year after graduating, and I saved up my money and I went full blown with photography. So I am currently a photographer, which is so cool to me. I've made it into the creative realm where I am now a creative rather than a corporate girly, and I love it. Sometimes we go back and forth. They each have their own challenges and struggles, but I think it's awesome. It's been great. It's kind of the motivating factor into my 2025 goals, which we'll get into here in a little bit. I have a nephew who I have to mention because he's just the cutest thing ever, and I know you'll just see him at glimpses throughout my channel. I got baptized in 2019 when I was still 19, and so that's been a huge part of my journey and just getting older and healing and growing and dreaming for what I want my life to look like. Been just beautiful. It's been great. It's been a roller coaster, but it's been good. Now I am a creative, so what I do for work is photography. If you guys want to hear more about that on this channel, I'm so willing to share more about that. But right now I'm wanting this to just be more of a lifestyle and like Lena and what it looks like navigating through life as a 25-year-old who is super independent. People either think I'm crazy when I say this, or they're like, that makes sense, Lena, that's so you. I don't know. I don't know if I'm crazy for it. I don't know if this is really hard. I feel like I'm asking for some highs and lows, naturally some hills and valleys, but I think it's gonna be amazing. I'm ready to go for the ride. I'm wanting to take 6 months out of 2025 to just straight up be a nomad, to just go and stop for a bit and go on some more and like everything. My lease with my roommate right now, Peyton, who I love so much, and it's honestly so saddening that we won't be living together after this, and I've had my tears and my cries and we've talked about it, but I'm also excited. Our lease ends in March of 2025, so I literally have a little over 2 months before our lease is up, and so after that I would love to kind of take off running maybe around April. Now the whole idea of this, I'd like for it to be very God-centric. I want it to be a time where I can go through hills and valleys and explore the world, see the things that God's created, the mountains, the rivers, the oceans, be like have a front row seat for the things that God can do when you kind of just take a step in whatever direction that looks like. And I know that he either is going to bless it or allow his will to happen. I've been mapping out that's actually hilarious. I did know I was gonna do this in front of a mat, but this is actually all tying together. Isn't that crazy? That's funny. I like to go to Brazil. No, I'm kidding. I'm actually mapping out how I kind of want to do this. I'm working out the details of, do I want to drive like around the country? Do I want to fly? Do I want to be gone for 6 months? Do I want to do a month at a time and come back for like a week and then go back out? Like all the details are still kind of being worked out. Nothing too crazy. I'm staying in the US and going around just meeting people, finding friends, meeting God's kingdom, and seeing the country, at least. I say the world, but the country that he's created. And I think part of this is also stemmed from like, just as a child, I didn't really get around more. I didn't travel a whole lot. And so I've been in this small town up until I moved to college, and now I've been in that town for the last 5 years. So I'm like, I need to go see at least my country, and maybe I'll do a part 2 or something in like 2027. I don't know. Bit of a vulnerable moment. Last year when I turned 25, or this year when I turned 25, a week, something before that, I really had to have a sit down with God, and I was like, I'm 25. And honestly, just starting to get over a relationship that really was a situationship that lasted over 5 years in my heart and mind. It was hard because now I'm 25 and I'm single, and like, where's my heart? Am I okay, Lord, with where you have me, with where I'm going? And for a little bit, no, I was like, I was supposed to have 2 kids already. What's going on? And honestly, every day I'm like, thank you, Lord, for not having 2 kids right now, because we settled. I was like, you know what? I want to be content. I want to have a heart of gratitude for everything, and I am okay. There's so many blessings, and that's not my whole life. And honestly, right now, this is what I need. And the fact that I can even decide to be a nomad right now is because of where I am and where God has placed me. So I'm very excited, settled on being like, Lord, I have a decade of a heart that goes to you. So if I look back, we can have this conversation again when I'm like 35, but I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay for right now. Then I started planning all these things. Once my heart was like content, I was like, oh my gosh, what can I do at 25? Like, what do I want to look back at when I'm 30 and say, oh, I did this when I was 25? And I was like, crazy things, like traveling with nowhere to stay. That was my answer. I decided on this trip after talking to a friend. She did something like this. She like up and went to Hawaii and ended up living there for 3 years. And she was like, it was one of the greatest decisions ever. And then once I was done with Hawaii, I left. So that's not exactly what I'm trying to do. Like, I want to come back to live in Texas, but I do want to travel for a bit. And I think it's a short sacrifice away from family for a cool experience, especially with the plan to come back. And you never know who you meet when you travel. Just saying. My sister's behind the camera nodding at everything I say. It's so it's so funny. So I'm excited to kind of walk you guys through the planning of selling everything that I have, whether it's on Facebook Market or donating it or giving it to my siblings or to the girls at the church or whatever that may look like. What am I keeping? What am I going to put in storage? I don't feel like it's really worth it to put things in storage for 6 months if it's like, if I can just get it again, because a lot of things I have now are like hand-me-downs or things that I found and pulled together. So I don't have very expensive things to my name. My apartment's gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but like, I definitely made it happen on a budget, and it's awesome. Part of me is like, put down your net and follow me vibes, you know what I mean? I love to just kind of get rid of everything I have, let go of my lease, my roommate, my lifestyle, you know, in my city right now, my comfort, even my 4 walls, and really just go on this adventure with God. And I think I'll be super excited. Definitely selling all of my things, moving out of my apartment. I have a wedding in March that I'm a bridesmaid for. The wedding is 3 days after our lease ends, so that'll be really fun. Chaotic week there. Does God even allow me to do this? Because I'm talking and like, he could literally be like, stay here, Lena, the series is over. It'd be cool to kind of bring you guys along that through the emotions and the practicals and what ends up happening. And then obviously while I'm gone, if the Lord blesses me to be able to do this, like what it looks like from week to week while I'm gone, I'm here today and I'm here tomorrow, and it'll just be really cool. And then the overall, like, how did it go? And then hopefully I'll have you guys by then, and you'll just want to like continue to, you know, experience life with me. Super scary, super exciting. I literally have different thoughts about it every day, but I definitely want you guys to come with me. I'm also trying to be super intentional while I'm still here in the city with my family, with my friends, still living with my roommate. So I'm doing a lot of like having people over, hosting. I feel like I really need a new makeup collection. and I really want to just kind of get everything and have my essentials, so that way when I leave, I know I don't need this whole bag of stuff, but like here's what I use on a regular basis, you know what I mean? Kind of some of the things that I'm doing in the next few months as well. Thanks for listening. I hope that you enjoy. This isn't necessarily a backpacking moment, but kind of. It's like a car packing moment or a suitcase packing moment. 2025 as the year starts, that just whatever you're looking for, whatever goals you have, that God blesses you and that you see all the fruit come to life and just prosper, and that your families are healthy and that you are doing amazing in this short life that we have to live. I love you all.
Hope you know what you want.
Forget my Dr. Pepper.